Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to our PV TV review of the week for the PV industry with topics from politics and economy summarized for you. Our main topics include this time an overview about the US presidential candidate's position on the country's energy policy, a view which might come to decide the elections, and also we will give you an insight into the so-called community-owned gardens, apparently one of the fastest growing segments of the retail solar in the US. Our newsflash will give you an overview about recent developments in the industry. Welcome again and nice to have you clicked in. Romney versus Obama, conventional energy against renewables. Energy policy is a controversial topic in the upcoming US elections. Candidates Obama and Romney only agree that the US needs to become less dependent on imports for its energy production. But getting there is controversial. Obama focuses on renewables. According to him, since autumn 2010, hundreds of thousands of jobs in the clean energy sector have emerged.
One is by pushing the green energy bill, pushing this all the way. I think definitely they would get rid of that. Yeah.
I think we can utilize domestic resources and also take advantage of renewables like wind, solar, and biomass.
I think there's a lot of potential areas of exploration here in the US that they need to just spend money on to explore.
Despite his sympathy for renewables, conventional energy remains important to Obama also. Romney, in opposition, wants to examine the need for tougher environmental laws. He said that Obama is devoted to the environmental lobby waging war against oil and coal and overrating wind and solar energy. The outcome of the elections will also become vital for the participants of community-owned solar gardens, which are currently on the rise in the US. Distributed energy in form of community-owned solar gardens is a rapidly growing segment of retail solar in the US. Colorado is hereby leading with several megawatts in operation or under construction. The gardens are for people who cannot build an individual solar electric system on their house for one reason or another, and renters can easily tap in the program. At current SPI in Orlando, our PV TV crew took the chance to speak with Joseph Whitman, attorney of the US Interstate Renewable Energy Council and speaker at the Community Share Solar Conference, about his view on the rise of community-owned solar in the US.
Well, in the United States, most solar policies focus on allowing people to put solar on their homes on site. But government studies have shown that only about 25% of folks can do that. So what we work on is what do we need to do for the other 75% of people. And one of the policies we focus on is community shared solar, which essentially says let's continue the net metering policy, but let's move the solar off-site and then allow people to participate that way.
Apparently it costs less buying into a solar garden than installing solar on an individual property because of economies of scale. The costs itself are automatically integrated with existing billing systems. Though buying into community solar isn't cheap. The Sacramento program, for example, adds about 9% to customers' bills. And even though regulatory hurdles for the solar gardens are high, some solar companies fear the arrays might compete for public subsidies with rooftop solar panels. Against Romney's concerns, there will be new jobs created in the renewable energy business. At Solar Power International in Orlando, the Spanish solar company Isofoton announced it plans to enter the American solar market. Isofoton regards the US market as an essential market in the coming years.
We are here especially because we are going to open a new factory in the state of Ohio. So in the next month we will start the production in Ohio. So it is a good time to show the market that Isofoton is manufacturing here in the US. And we want to be in the future market, and we consider that US it will be one of the #1 in PV. So we want to be here.
The first manufacturer will be built in Napoleon, Ohio, and will create about 120 up to 330 jobs depending on the workload. The production line will start with a capacity of 50 megawatt, but up to 300 megawatt could be produced annually. And now we continue with a news flash. Solar panel factory plant for Argentina. Germany's Schmidt Group plans building a solar panel factory in Argentina's San Juan province. Argentina wants to develop a factory producing between 70 and 100 megawatt of panels per year. Officials are also looking into building a research center to develop new technologies. Schmidt would provide the technology and train engineers to operate the plant. The contract is expected to be signed by late 2012 or early 2013. Suniva makes Latin America push. The American solar company Suniva, producer of crystalline silicon solar cells and modules, said it will start several ground-mounted projects in Puerto Rico. Its solar modules also will soon be deployed in Mexico in substantial rooftop arrays, and it has begun its entry into South America with an initial launch in Brazil. Top corporate solar users in the US. The US Solar Energy Industries Association and the Vote Solar Initiative have named the companies who have installed the greatest number and capacity of PV plants and their facilities in the US. Ranking these companies by installed capacity, Walmart stores, Costco, Wholesale Corporation and Kohl's department stores led the top 20, together installing 140 megawatt. SunEdison improves solvency. Maryland-based solar company SunEdison has completed a $40 million expansion of its project finance revolving credit facility, bringing the total size of the fund to $150 million. The expansion is due to the addition of TD Bank Group as a lender, joining existing partners Deutsche Bank and Portigon. Swiss Helion and AEK intensify cooperation. The Swiss company Helion Solar and fellow Swiss energy provider AEK strengthen their cooperation. They offer now a new complete solution that covers the entire design, from planning and administrative management with authorities to implementation and operation. An example of cooperation is, among others, the realization of PV panels on the roof of a sports center in Suchville in the Swiss canton of Solothurn. German companies build solar parks in Bulgaria. Together with German general constructor Konicon, also German-based Mounting Systems, an international developer and manufacturer of PV fastening systems, has realized 3 large open-terrain PV installations in Bulgaria. The solar parks have a total capacity of 85 megawatts and are ranked among the largest PV projects in Eastern Europe. And now to the stock market. The global stock index for renewable energy, RENIXX World, dropped sharply yesterday by 2.6%. That is a decrease of 4.6 points. The closing price was at 172.32 points. The share of the Danish manufacturer of wind turbines, Vestas, is on the bottom of the RENIXX. Its stock lost a further 12.9% to $6.08. In contrast, Chinese LDK Solar has increased by 6.4% up to $1.25, and SolarWorld share by 6% to $1.88. So far the news for this week. On Monday we'll be back for you with Riri PVTV The Day. Stay informed and click in on our website pv.tv. Until then, thanks for watching and have a nice weekend.